Hello everyone and welcome back to another Expedition Sunday, except today is going to be a little bit more laid back because, if you can't tell, it's kind of cloudy and raining a little bit. You can see it's been raining a lot lately. And actually, look over here. Oh, it's still a little one. I want to look at you. You see that little one right there who just ran behind the car? That is a baby fledgling robin. One of two who have been... Oh, there's one of them. Are you trying to figure out where everybody went? There we go. Right under that little bush. There we go again. That is a robin fledgling. That's Mama Robin over there, actually. And the two fledglings are on the ground, and you can kind of follow them around. One is diving back there, and one's behind the car. But they have been all over like my front porch today, and they're so cute. So robin babies basically have like spotted chest and very short tail feathers, and if they get closer I'll try to get a good video of them, but that high-pitched call you hear is the fledgling going, "Hey Mom, Dad, where'd you guys go?" And the adult robin is up in the tree where it's safe, but they're keeping a close eye on their babies. And I saw their babies first thing this morning, which was so cool when I looked out my window. Here's the window that I do all my recording from. And right down here were the babies. And they were learning to eat from all of the seeds and everything that I leave down here for them to snack on. There's some bird seeds in that birdhouse over there too. And normally that birdhouse is hanging from the hammock. We kind of got rained out from our little hammock party, but yeah, that's how it goes. But yesterday was much nicer, and I got some interesting little snippets of just walking around. I've been really sick and off to the doctor and blood drawn and everything this week, so I haven't been able to go on a big hike. I really wanted to, and my doctor and Darling were both like, you can't do that. So I've been resting and taking care of the garden, even though it's kind of a big mess right now. So I will show you guys how everything's going over here in just a minute, but I'm going to cut to the cool videos that I got when Darlene and I were just looking around our little apartment complex yesterday. So we'll do that first, and I will see you guys back here in a second, and we'll see if those robin fledglings come our way.
There's not like tons of nests in here.
Well, it's kind of low, so like anybody... Wait, what? You see something? Am I looking at a bird or a nest?
That's a nest.
Oh! I'm looking way up there and it's right here, huh?
Yep.
Thank you, darling.
Anybody in there?
No, I'm pretty sure it's been empty for a while, but that is a nest. That was funny. Just as you said, I'm surprised there's not a bunch of nests.
Because it's like perfect for nests.
Yeah, it looks pretty flattened.
Oh.
But maybe somebody's not happy we're by it. So I'm gonna look at the little mushroom. This is the biggest mushroom I've seen so far this year. And there's a ton of flies around it, so it must be a very good mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's riddled with holes. You know, I've seen squirrels pick these up and eat them like little corn on the cob. The flies are loving it. Yeah, look, it's riddled like Swiss cheese from everybody nibbling it. Did you know that most species of cheese have like mushrooms in it? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. I love the creek. That's the same creek. I didn't even see all those rocks when I went down there in the winter because it was so covered in snow.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know there was a rocky like bed to it. And a whole bunch of jewelweed past its prime. Keeling over. How pretty.
All the good stuff's in here though.
The good stuff?
Yeah. I mean, like all the interesting stuff's gonna be in this giant pile of dead leaves, right?
Probably.
You can see a pretty big view of how the water's going.
No snake?
No snake up here.
Alright, I'll stand around here. Yeah, this is pretty. But yeah, I'm very careful because she likes her little camouflage spots. I'm pretty sure she's a cottonmouth too. And I have seen the little fish actually. I went and I walked down. Yeah, she eats fish and frogs, cottonmouths do. I'm not sure if they eat other snakes, but I bet if they had the opportunity they would. It's kind of like, I will admit, it's really pretty. Even the little creeks behind buildings in the middle of the city here are very pretty. Those are not tiny little creek fish. How are they like surviving? Oh, let's see if I can zip in on them. Up, almost. Where'd he go? There he is. Up around here. He's so big. There goes your stick.
Yep.
What are they gonna do? Was it a good stick? They're investigating. Look at that.
Yeah, your stick.
That's so cool. So yeah, no wonder there's cottonmouths and water snakes along here. Yeah, that's a. What do you think? Maybe a 6-inch fish?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Pretty clovers. They get so big when you don't mow them down every 2 seconds. Though you know my opinion on mowing lawns. I think it's more fun when it's a bit wild. But I can understand why you do it, like if you had kids or something.
Well, the only reason I would mow a lawn is if you don't get snakes.
Yeah, snakes. Well, that's what I mean for like the kids.
Oh.
And there we go. So that was just the fun little finds that we made just from going around our apartment complex. And that's what these Expedition Sundays are about. Even when I'm not well enough to go really far into the parks and the fields, and it'll be so easy to do that where we move. After we move, we're moving out of the mountains, which is really sad, but we're going to be moving to a park that has a huge trail, a 2.5-mile trail around a lake, and it leads into all these other trails. So I have a feeling that starting in like July, mid-July, Expedition Sundays are going to be totally new, and I'm going to be so excited to share everything with you guys, and it'll be a lot of fun. But for now, due to like my health and everything, I just want to show you guys, even in the days when you're not feeling your best, things can still be done. So I'm going to show off what we've got done of the garden so far. You can see some things are growing really, really, really well. Over here, this is actually, let me see, look at this. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and look at the little tiny tendrils. Oh, I love these little tendrils when they decide to pop out. They're just so cute. But what you see right here, this is a, it looks a lot like spring peas, but it's actually supposed to be a sweet pea. There we go. They're sweet pea plants. And it looks like I have a little, there we go. Off you go, little bug. And I love how these sweet pea plants have sort of repellent, water repellent leaves. So you can see how the water from the morning dew and the morning rain just sits in the leaf, which I always have found to be such a little elegant, lovely, lovely thing to see. Oh, it's so pretty. But my little sweet pea plant has been doing great, and I think I'm finally going to see some flowers off of it. I didn't know they would be this huge, so I probably shouldn't have planted so many in here, and probably shouldn't have tried to make some poor zinnias. What you see down here are zinnias that I don't think are ever going to make it, but they're trying. And this is a little grass seed, so I'm going to take him out. He doesn't need to be in there. And I actually don't know what these guys are. I know that this is a not probably going to make it, yeah, elephant tree, or elephant ear plant, so I'm going to have to just go ahead and remove him pretty soon, because I don't think he's going to make it. No. And this guy, I don't know what he is, but he hasn't grown at all, it seems, so I don't think he's going to make it. It's probably been way too cold. It's been in the 70s, even though it's summer here. This, I'm thinking, might be a pepper. No idea. No idea what this is either. They're just rescues from my first drowned out flat of sapling or seedlings. Speaking of drowned seedlings, no, little ones, not again. This poor okra seedling. This is one of my Silver Queen okras, and it has been struggling not to get drowned to pieces. I don't even know what this is, but it gets drowned out too. I need to get more dirt and get these guys safely in pots. For now, let's move them safely out of future rainstorms. Yeah, you know what? Nothing makes you want to clean up your yard and tidy things up than vlogging. because suddenly you have all these people who are going to be watching your every move and seeing how you tend to your yard and how you clean and how you prepare everything. So you really want to tidy things up pretty quick. These guys, I don't think they're ever going to germinate, and they're also drowned out. It's just because I fall asleep and then it rains. We live in a temperate rainforest. It's drizzling right now, and it rains and rains and rains, and then unfortunately some of my plants don't appreciate that. But here we have some more pea plants. So I might have to go through. I didn't think all of these guys would germinate, so I actually probably need to remove at least a couple of them. These are actually transplants from this pot, who are doing very well in their new pot. Not big enough, but I don't want to buy a whole bunch of plants and pots and things right before we move. So these are more just kind of experimenting with germination. These are just sugar snap peas. I love sugar snap peas. And these are those German chamomile that you guys may remember from one of our Saturday specimen vlogs. The last, I think it was the June, maybe? No, it would be the May Grow Journey seeds. These are the German chamomile that you can make into a really yummy tea. So I'm super excited that they're germinating. Their seeds were microscopically tiny, but they seem to be doing pretty well. So very happy about that. Look at that. I love the way the water sits on it. My birthday flowers, which you guys may remember, Darling got me these for my birthday. And other than the water, the endless rain, attempting to drown my poor pansies who do not like being this moist, everybody seems to be doing well. I just keep picking off. It's called deadheading, when you pick off these dead plants and flowers and remove them so that new ones can come in and grow nice and strong. And that way you don't have dead flowers sitting in your pots and potentially killing off all the healthy things, because see how it starts to rot? You want to pop that off and get rid of it, and that opens up everything to have healthier growth move in. And then over here, this is actually a little sugar pea that I might yank up because I have so many others and I don't want him crowding out our yellow pear tomatoes. Look, wonderful germination on this pile of seeds. I think I only put a few. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. Sorry, little guy. I have such a hard time when it comes to pruning back plants, but the fact of the matter is you only want certain amounts of seeds, even though they're tiny now. Each one of these, I'm gonna probably take that one out later too, depending on if these guys make it much further, but each one of these tomato plants can get about yay big, and you want them all to have their own space to encourage them to grow nice, healthy bunches of tomatoes. Like here is a late blooming one. I'm just gonna yank right up because it's a straggler. I don't need it in here competing for the soil and the nutrients among the other plants. And this is a bean plant who seems to be very happy, and there's a tiny little bean plant right there who may not make it, which is fine. That was just kind of like an emergency placement because he got washed out from his little container. And this is a silver queen okra who's really hoping we can move to warmer weather soon. Who won't be moving with us are these guys, my fava beans, which are doing great except for the fact that somebody has decided they're delicious. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Where we're moving, we're going to be up on the 3rd story, so I won't have to worry about this. But we also, if you look over here, look you guys, finally, after so long, we have a little pea flower. So back from when we first planted these, it's finally getting to the point. Look right here. Oh my goodness, look. Oh, what a huge success. We have a tiny little spring pea coming in. Good, no fava beans just yet, but the spring peas are starting to come in. And hopefully I can get at least a few of them off before we move in a couple, well, about 3 or 4 more weeks. So that's how the little container gardening is doing. Not much else has survived, just from my own bumps and learning. And the weather here, it's so cold. I was really surprised, but very few of my plant in the spring vegetables made it because it's so amazingly cold up in the mountains all the time. It's very chilly right now, actually, so I'm going to go back in. But I wanted to let you guys know when we move, I'm going to hopefully be redoing our entire patio to really focus on my plants and really encourage them to grow. It'll be a lot warmer. It's about 10 to 20 degrees warmer down in Piedmont where we're moving than it is up here in the mountains. So hopefully my okra will do well, the tomatoes will do well. Those are plants that really need hot weather to do very well. We can try to grow some lettuce. It typically prefers colder weather, but I can keep it in the shade and we'll see how it does. And I'm really excited. It's going to be really fun to try out new plants, new gardening things, discovering a new world. And look, there's a little baby robin. And seeing what other awesome animals we'll be able to see. So it's going to be fun. And like I said, even though we didn't do anything fancy for this Expedition Sunday, don't give up. Just go outside. It's drizzling on me. It's cold. I still love being out in this kind of weather though. And look, there's a little baby robin learning how to be a bird, jumping around in the grass over there. And he's very cute. So you never know what you're going to find. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.